Hey guys, Southern Comfort here. Well, whew, it's cold out here. Everything's starting to warm up though. The sun is coming up, everything's starting to drip. But I came in here this morning. I was gonna wait a little bit and take the road covers off, the frost freeze blankets off, and let these plants get some sunlight. And it gets some sunlight from the blankets, but on the sides it's got that bubble wrap, so it's not getting as much sunlight. And I honestly have not looked at this greenhouse. I've kept it covered up, trying to make it easy on myself at the same time, because there's no guarantee when you're in winter, and we got more Arctic weather coming. And today I'm gonna be trying to water these plants here. I haven't watered them, some in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and others I just haven't watered. I've got the water hose outside, and I'm trying to let them unthaw that rubber. So I came through here after I unwrapped it, took those row covers off of here, just take a look, and I'm very surprised. Everything looks really good. The potatoes are affected a little bit and over there, but they haven't had any water. We have been cold. The greenhouse has been staying really super well. These cauliflowers here, it was a good idea to wrap those leaves up, and that's helped them to stay in position. I'm not sure how well the cauliflower is going to do, but the plants look good. And I cut some lettuce yesterday, cut some for the rabbits, cut some for me. And I was amazed on how big that romaine lettuce over there was. So definitely the sun is coming up. I noticed this broccoli over here is pretty big, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut that today. I could let it get bigger, but I'm looking in there, and I think it won't be long. It's gonna start to want the flower out. So, and I'll give those leaves to the rabbit. I got my bucket outside, and I'm going to be feeding them today. They're so spoiled. They've been looking forward to their greenery every day. So they got the lettuce yesterday, and they was just like, oh my God, just like candy to them. So the plants are looking good. They're, everything's holding here. Of course, we got more Arctic storm coming in, lots of them, they say. And so just want to give this quick walkthrough, because I honestly did not know what they were going to be looking like. I haven't peeked up under there. I haven't done anything. I did cut those heaters on in the afternoon. They're set at a certain temperature. And look at this romaine lettuce. Isn't that stuff gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. I noticed this one right here, because it's getting older, and I'll be cutting that out and give it to the chickens. Probably some to the chickens and the rabbits. So these are the potatoes that are still holding on. And I know they need water, but they're making, I see new growth right there. So that's good. That's real good. These Arctic blasts. And I'm considering soon going ahead and cutting this cabbage. It's not very big. It's one of my first cabbages, but I don't need a whole lot of cabbage unless I'm going to make sauerkraut. The onions have not been fertilized or watered or anything, so they definitely gonna need some water. I'm just gonna wait for it to warm up a little bit. Get those water hoses warmed up. Hopefully there's no ice in there. If there is, it'll be melted. So this is something I like to do in the winter time. There's a lot of condensation in here. It's up on the top. And usually when I get finished, it's like water everywhere. And today it'll be drying on top of the plants with the sun and, with time. So it really produces a lot of moisture. And I'll probably go back through there again and tap it again. But it's good to get that condensation off of the top up there, or let it start falling. It's going to fall anyhow, but not all of it's going to fall. And it helps to water the plants, but it also, when it gets cold tonight, about 21, it won't be freezing as much up there. So I'm going to open these doors up today. It is 54, 56 degrees in here. So I'm opening them up, tap the top of to get some of the condensation to fall. Let these plants air out, because if you don't, you can produce mold into your greenhouse. And algae is already bad, but that's just how it is here. Before winter gets here, because of the humidity, then algae comes. So now I have got a whole lot for the rabbits to eat, and I'm gonna throw some to the chickens also. Whoop. Let me help you. Is that good? Oh yeah. Believe it or not, they can devour this in no time. We wonder why rabbits, or how rabbits are so destructive in the garden, or why people complain about it. Well, this will be gone very shortly. So I have some ammonia sulfate. It's 2100. It's a soil acidifier, and I'm going to be putting this to the onions. They haven't been watered in a couple of weeks. I mean, not watered, but they haven't really been watered, but they haven't been fertilized in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some ammonia sulfate to them. Even though they look good, we're going to go ahead and get some fertilizer to them. So I put about a little less than a tablespoon, and I just throw it down there. Now I've got to go back and water this in, because on this side of the bed, it doesn't have a drip tape or a drip line. So, well, yes it does. Oh yeah, well it does. It doesn't matter, because I want to get this mixed into the soil, not it just laying on top of the soil. So I know there's some places in here that doesn't have a drip line, so I will definitely go back over and just water the top of the soil to help get the soil moistened really good, because of the thermal mass that it will put out to help produce heat. So that's all I'm going to be doing to the greenhouse today. Just going to water the garden lime in, water the fertilizer in. This afternoon I'll cover these plants back up. It's early in the morning, probably about I would say 9:30, 10 o'clock, near 10 o'clock, and so that'll give the opportunity for the water that's on the plants to start dripping off and evaporating off, so that when the winter temperatures come in tonight, these plants should be dry. Also, once I get this done, since these are brassicas, cool weather crops, then I'll be turning this fan on a little bit right here on low, because there's a lot of humidity at the top, and to help get that water off of the plants. So we got everything watered now, and I'm going to shut the doors up, cut the lights out, and then I'm going to let the heat from the sun that's coming behind that tree right there heat the greenhouse up. It's like 49 degrees right now. So it's gotten a lot cooler in here, but since the doors was open, but I'm going to shut it up and let the heat that's coming around that tree heat the soil up and dry these plants off before the afternoon weather gets here where we dip down into the 20s. This is a little bit different than most people do, but we're heading towards spring. The plants need, the flowers too, the plants need some water, they need some fertilizer, and I think they're really going to prosper from it.